What's up, everybody? Unrested back here again, and today I'd like to cover a topic that kind of concerns a recent video I put out about becoming a J-vlogger. And this is a J-fac, of course, but it is connected to the J-vlogger video I put out. The J-vlogger video I put out was about becoming a J-vlogger and different aspects that you can do to become a J-vlogger, how to get started. But today I want to talk about filming, because that's going to be an important part of being a J-vlogger. Most of you are going to film your stuff. Of course, some of you are going to have audio-only podcasts, which is totally okay. But I should speak about filming in Japan, because some of the people who wrote back to me and said, yes, I want to start being a J-vlogger, actually do live in Japan. Like I said, even if you don't, totally cool to start your own J-vlogger channel. I totally support it. But some of you will be traveling here, as you've told me. Some of you do already live here, which you told me. And some of you are wondering about, when is it okay to film in Japan? That's a very good question. Well, let me just give you some general rules that I know. I don't have any official law background that lets me know official rules. I'm just going by what I know and what keeps people comfortable in the areas that I film. Number one, let me start off by saying you can film almost anywhere outside in Japan. There is no law against filming outside. I see Japanese people do it all the time. I see gaijin do it. I see just about everyone filming outside on the street in general. When you film a crowd or a large population of people in general, you don't have to, get anybody's permission to show their face on camera. Usually when you're filming in a crowd, if people are in the background, they know that they're in an area where video cameras might be, and probably will be, because Japan is very, very videotaped anywhere and everywhere at almost any time, especially in the city. So that being said, you're pretty safe whenever you're just walking around, like how I am right now. I'm out in a public park. If someone showed up behind me and told me to turn off the camera, I could, say, no, fuck you, and just keep filming. Now, that's not always the case when it comes to children. Now, for example, if I was here right now and there was mothers here with small children, and one of the mothers asked me to stop filming because their children were here in the park, I would have to oblige, because there actually are children privacy laws for cameras. To the extent in which they go, I don't know, but I do know that if someone did ask me to stop filming because their children were in the area, I would, due to the fact that if that video then did show up on YouTube and they reported it, they could have it taken down. I don't know necessarily they could follow through with any kind of legal action, but I just wouldn't want to strike against my channel is the big thing. And yes, people can possibly do that if they're really, so driven to do so. As for filming inside of stores and places of business, is it okay? Well, for the most part, probably not. Yes, we get away with it sometimes, but we are kind of pushing the envelope when we do, I will say. You see people like Give Me a Break Man, Give Me a Flake Man doing it, me doing it, I'm guilty of it, and many other J-vlogger does it. For the general rule, the stores tend to not care so much about you filming their merchandise or the inside of their store. What they care about is their customers' privacy. That's why when I do tend to film areas like that, I try to do it in areas of an arcade or store or business that have little to no people. I mean, for the most part, what you're wanting to see anyway is the actual objects within the building and not the actual people. Henceforth, that's why I tend to try and film those areas when they are empty, because you can better see that. I would recommend you do the same. Of course, if you are, talked to or confronted by a store staff or manager that asks you to please turn off the camera, do it. Yes, I have had that happen to me. I have had some places, though, where I've been filming in arcades. It seems like arcades are kind of personal policy. I've had times where I've seen staff members come right up to me and see me filming and just be like, yeah, just keep filming, who cares? They notice that I'm just trying to film the machines and show the machines. But I have had some where they've been like, hey, sorry, yeah, can you just not film? They're not aggressive about it. They're just kind of like, sorry, you got to turn the camera off while you're in here. Of course, there are many areas where you will enter where there'll actually be no camera signs. Don't try to film in there. There have been many videos I have done where even I will totally 100% turn off my camera, even if it's a major like shrine or temple. There's certain aspects of those that have old antiques where flash and stuff like that is going to damage them over time. Yes, of course, I'm not, using a flash when I'm doing video. Nonetheless, if it says no cameras, it means no cameras. Respect that rule, especially in places with antiques that are holy places, that are Shinto or Buddhist, temples or shrines. Be respectful to that kind of stuff. Come on. I mean, really. If you see somebody having some sort of service, of course, you may be able to film from afar, and I mean afar, afar, but I would not suggest, walking up to a wedding or any other type of ceremony and trying to film without asking. That being said, it's really up to your own discretion. As I've said here in this video, if you do see the signs of not filming, please obey those. That makes it look good for all of us filming out here, Japanese and Gaijin. And I would say, think about sometimes when you do want to film a place, going in there and asking permission. Oftentimes, if you go in there and ask if there is a good time or a relatively empty time for the store, they might just oblige you, and just let them know that your video is going to be positive. Let them know that it's only going to talk about how cool the place is or how good the place is, that you're not doing any kind of negative video, because everyone wants free advertising, right? Anyway, that being said, I hope that helps you out a little bit with your own filming and J-vlogging. Of course, more questions will follow with J-vlogging because I hope to support the community starting all their new channels soon. I look forward to all your 2015 January submissions. I can't wait to promote them, work hard on those. The stuff that you guys are sending me now already looks great, sounds great. Keep going, don't stop. Make that product better and better. Until next time, I am Unrested. This is JFAC.